Former First Lady Michelle Obama headlined the first night of the convention with a plea for Americans to be part of the political process.
4 years ago, too many people chose to believe that their votes didn't matter. Maybe they were fed up. Maybe they thought the outcome wouldn't be close. Maybe the barriers felt too steep, whatever the reason. In the end, those choices sent someone to the Oval Office who lost the national popular vote by nearly 3 million votes. In one of the states that determined the outcome, the winning margin averaged out to just 2 votes per precinct. 2 votes. And we've all been living with the consequences.
Former President Barack Obama said Joe Biden made him a better president and that Biden has the character and experience to make the country better, something he says the current president lacks.
Donald Trump hasn't grown into the job because he can't. And the consequences of that failure are severe. 170,000 Americans dead. Millions of jobs gone, while those at the top take in more than ever. Our worst impulses unleashed, our proud reputation around the world badly diminished, and our democratic institutions threatened like never before.
We saw a different side of Michelle and Barack Obama than we're used to seeing in the past. Both very serious. The former First Lady emphasized the importance of voting on Monday night, and the former president laid into his successor with harsh criticism on Wednesday night while trying to boost the Biden-Harris ticket. They're known by the supporters as inspiring figures. The former president indicated the democracy is at stake. How surprising was to hear them take this tone, and was it effective? Porter, you first.
Well, you know, speakers to conventions are trying to energize the base. I think they absolutely laid out the urgency of this campaign, what's at stake. And I think in very clear terms, there is a lot at stake. We have a country that is being mismanaged in terms of the COVID crisis, which the majority of Americans remain deeply concerned about. And the sort of chaos in the White House, the endless tweeting and temper tantrums that I think after a period of years, the Obamas waited, and as Barack Obama said, we waited, and Michelle Obama said we waited, hoping that he would lead differently. And so for them to express that sense of urgency, I think is newsworthy because they typically are not that partisan in their messaging. So is it effective? I think it will be. I mean, the main thing about a convention is, are you reaching undecided voters? That's the real key here. We already know the Republicans are loyal to the president and the Democrats are loyal to Biden. There's the middle ground. There is a slice of undecided voters. So I think that Michelle Obama's a great communicator. You're trying to reach women in the suburbs and some undecided. So I got to believe that that's an effective message, the urgency of voting and voting early.
David, we're used to hearing hope and change from them. This was a different tone. Your take?
It was a different tone, and I will give credit to the Obamas where credit is due. They're both effective communicators. However, I think we sometimes confuse the ability to articulate with substance. Simply because you're a good communicator and you're able to articulate your thoughts doesn't mean that those thoughts are actually the correct or the right thoughts to have. I read a critique of Michelle Obama's speech in which they pointed out a number of falsehoods that she set forth during the speech, and it's nice to see somebody else being fact-checked for a change. And it appeared to me, and talked to a number of people, that she was almost applying for a role. It was almost like she was acting, but she was effective in the message that she was portraying. I've never seen Obama. Obama has always been a partisan person. I don't buy that he's not a nonpartisan person. He's always been a partisan person, and his speech came across that way. And I don't think his speech is going to convince the independents to go along with them. It was simply terribly unfair to Donald Trump, and Trump will get his chance and has been answering. But I personally don't think that Barack Obama's speech was effective at all.
Interesting conversation so far. More of it from a different perspective. Some Republicans show the love for Joe Biden. What difference that could make in November. For the record.